Hi, this is Jen from Solarte BJJ with another kids game, and this time this is going to be a game that we call the pulling game, which, as you might guess, involves a lot of pulling because in this lesson you and your child will learn how to move another person. The way I like to start this out is Isaac here will get to be the adult here and I'm going to play the child, and what I'll do is I'll start out by just letting them grab the wrist. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the wrists. And one side note is if you are a lot bigger than your child, you need to be able to allow them to move. So a couple things that you can do to help them is he's going to get a little bit more down to my level, and he might actually be more on his toes or on the balls of his feet so that when a little person steps, they'll actually move with the movement. So start with the wrists, and very often what some little kids will do is they'll keep their arms totally extended, just lean back. So the only rule with this game is it's the same as the previous games where you still don't want to lean back so that if he freed up his hands, whoa, I'll fall down. And then if I lean way forward for some reason, I would start to fall forward. And again, no, just sitting down on your butt like this. So start with wrist grips, and your child will have to get low just like they did in the first game, and now they can practice just pulling. Let them play around with it. I'm gonna just try to pull. Okay, I'm just gonna keep my arms and I'm gonna step and pull, and then I'm gonna step and pull, and then step and pull. So you notice one foot is kind of pivoting on the ground, and you can just keep on having them play with that. And then add on one of the earlier ideas we had, which is super gluing that upper arm to the ribs so that your structure is nice and tight. Now, when they step and pull, it's going to feel different. It might be a little bit easier. And they might learn in the process that if the person's a lot bigger, they're going to have to step a lot more in order to move them. So have them goof around, just sort of play. They might try to stretch and then stretch their arms out and just sort of wing you around, and that's totally fine. This is learning through playing. Once they get used to that version of the game, you can also switch to another kind of grip. So there's more to life than wrist grips. There's also grips at the elbow, and I like to teach this grip by making a letter C with my hand, and then it sort of chomps onto the upper arm, but not too tight. It's just enough so that my hand will slide down the arm until it stops. So this is a tie at the elbow, and you should feel this natural stopping point right here. So you can have them do that with both elbows, and it can be on the inside or the outside. I'm going to just choose the outside for now. And it's the same game as before. They're just going to get low, and they're going to practice, well, let's see what happens if I lean back, what happens if I step, what happens if I step. So just have them play around with being able to grip at the elbow. They might notice that if they change their hands to the inside and they step forward, they can push. So here, the hand's on the inside, and I step forward, and you can make the other person move by stepping forward. So that's another set of grips that you can play with, and then you can have them switch. Okay, now we're here. You can combine them. Okay, now I have the elbow and a wrist. Let's see if I can do the same thing. My arms are nice and tight to my body, and let's see, I'll step around, and then I'll step like this. So just really simple, different basic grips that you can use when you're playing the pulling game, which can include some pushing, or I also like to call it the dancing game. Once again, if you have any questions about how to play these games, please let me know. You can always contact me at solartebjj.com.